Hi, I'm Daisy, and today I will be showing you how to sketch a tree. You will need something to draw on, something to draw with, and maybe an eraser. You can use sketching pencils like I will be using. You can use a normal pencil, or you can even use a brown colored pencil if you want to. To start sketching our tree, we first have to draw the base. So I'm going to make a curvy line on both sides. They're pretty far apart. And I'm going to come up, and they're curving in to a trunk. And I'm going to make my tree keep going up. I try to keep it the same width the whole way up, except for at the bottom. And I'm going to stop when I'm about here. Now I'm going to add some details to the bottom. The bottom of a tree, normally there's some roots and some maybe longer pieces of the tree. So I'm just going to draw some roots. And I'm going to continue to do this until I am happy with how it looks. We can shade in the tree some as we sketch, but we also have to not just focus on coloring in. So I'm going to maybe I'll draw a branch right here. And the trick with drawing trees is to make lots of branches, but then have branches branching off of those branches, especially at the top. And you don't want your branches to be perfectly straight either. And you want to make sure you have some little branches too. They don't always have to be big. If you have little blending sticks, you can use that to blend in your shading, but if you don't, that is totally fine. I am going to continue to shade in my tree and blend it. If you have a smaller blending tool, that might work good for the branches. If you do not have any blending tools, but you would like to blend your shading, you can always use a Q-tip. You can blend best with sketching pencils, but if you have a normal one, you can kind of blend. You might not want to blend if you are not using a pencil. If you're using a colored pencil, you might just want to leave it how it is. So I'm going to make some more branches. I'm going to come to the top and make some though. So the trick is just make a bunch of branches, and it's okay if the branches overlap. That's actually good because it gives it that more realistic look. I will not be adding any leaves to my tree. It's just going to be a bare tree, like a winter tree. But you can add flowers and leaves and that type of stuff. to your tree if you would like to add some decoration. My tree is starting to look more like a tree. I might want to go back to my base though. I don't know if I'm exactly happy with it. And you can always go back and fix something if you don't like how it turned out. You can also erase things using an eraser if you need to. And making sure that I'm making bends in my branches. And you want them to overlap, especially at the top, because it'll kind of, the hard part is making it look good, because when you come here, you need to have a trick to make the top of it kind of melt maybe into branches. It doesn't actually melt into branches, but that's just how I kind of would imagine it as a drawing. It just changes into the branches. You can also add some small branches off of the side, like not as big as that, but just keeping it smaller. And even all these tiny branches, I can do some branches that are branching off. I am going to go ahead and finish sketching my tree, but if you need more time, you can always pause the video. I am overlapping my branches, as you can see here. For overlapping, you can just make one branch cross another, or you can make branches that branch off branches, so the branches that branch off the branches will cross over other branches. This is my finished tree. I hope you had a lot of fun.